So today's vlog is going to be a little bit different. I actually have a theme, and the theme today has to do with the fact that I'm sitting next to our slightly dirty, very dirty oven. The theme is pizza. Okay, so my husband likes to tell me I am no expert when it comes to pizza. He is a New York native, born in Brooklyn, raised here his whole life. He knows New York pizza, and there is nothing better in the world than a slice of New York pizza. I didn't know what that meant before I moved to the city. So, in the rest of the world, pizza is bread, sauce, cheese, toppings. You know, I grew up in a place where we bought frozen pizza. We occasionally got like Domino's or Papa John's, or not so much Pizza Hut, but not because Pizza Hut is better or worse than anything else. But you know, you had your chain stores that sold pizza, and then you had your frozen section that had pizza, and occasionally you might make homemade pizza from scratch. So I think what I'm trying to say is that the rest of the world just doesn't get it when it comes to pizza. New Yorkers know what it is. You know, when I first moved here, I had a slice of pizza and I was like, that's pretty good. I can understand what New Yorkers like. No. When you are a New Yorker, or you live in New York, you may not even consider yourself a New Yorker, and you have pizza here, it is akin to a religious experience in some ways, because you will never have pizza that tastes like that pizza ever again. I now am so spoiled that I cannot eat pizza when we go to other states because it's not New York pizza. So what makes New York pizza New York pizza? Some people say it's the water. You know, when I first moved here, I heard a story about a guy in Florida who imports his tap water from New York. I'm not talking like bottled water. I mean, he calls some guy up here and says, hey, Vinny, send me the tap water because it's gonna make my pizza taste better. And he opened a New York pizza shop in Florida. Now, think about all the people who retired to Florida from New York. It's like the entire population of New York decides that Florida is where they need to be when they retire. So there is a huge market there for authentic New York pizza. Other people say it's how it's made. New York pizza is on the thin side. There's not a lot of bread to it. I mean, there are places where you can get more bread, or you can get Sicilian, which is like Chicago style. It's like deep dish. And I've had Chicago pizza in Chicago, and I like a lot of bread, but it's still not quite New York pizza. So New York pizza on the thinner side. You know, you got some sauce, you got some cheese, you got some toppings, but there's like an X factor that you can't get anywhere else that is totally unique to New York pizza. What does that mean for the topic that we're talking about today? I mean, pizza is ubiquitous here in New York City. Any street you walk on, there's gonna be a pizza joint, and they come and go, and there are classics. You know, Ray's has great pizza. It has a following in New York that is different than anywhere else, that I never understood until I lived here. That being said, tonight we are gonna make homemade pizza, and for a very long time, we always made pizza from scratch. Okay, so Eric found a great recipe online, which if you'd like to see the recipe, just comment below and I will put the recipe in. You'll be surprised where the dough recipe came from. So yes, so Eric had a dough recipe that he really likes. And when we have enough time, we will make dough. Now, it makes enough dough for 2 pizzas, maybe 3 if you want to make small pizzas. However, tonight is Monday night. All right, so Monday night has a lot going on. It's a long day at work. There's stuff on the TV tonight, whether that's football or wrestling or whatever it is. Monday is a tough night. So recently we tried something totally out of the box. And we have been really happy with how it turned out. So this is the naan that we're gonna use tonight. We each get one. That should be more than enough. We don't need to be total fatties, especially since we ate those huge milkshakes yesterday. It's pizza, but it's pizza within limits, people. All right, so first things first, gotta turn the oven on. 400 seems like a good temp. In our house, I don't really follow recipes very often, so you just make it up as you go along. Garlic naan, sauce, cheese, and some really yummy looking Spanish chorizo. So the oven is preheating. I need to prep everything else, and then Eric will come in and make his, and I'll make mine, and then we'll put them in the oven. Delicious. Now again, this is not New York style pizza. This is our homemade, cobbled together Monday night version of pizza. If we really wanted New York pizza, literally there's a place down the block that we could get pizza, but sometimes it's nice to make things in your own home. So let's get ingredients prepped. So Eric made an executive decision a minute ago that we should take the chorizo off, cook the cheese for a little bit, and then put the chorizo back on so the chorizo doesn't get too like greasy. We'll see how that goes, but anyway, just FYI. So we like it to be a little bit more on the like done side, so I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Just let it like brown and crisp and goodnessy all over, and then it'll be dinner time. And I know it's gonna be delicious. You guys don't need to eat us. You guys don't need to watch us eat.
Cheers. High five. High five. Okay, hand five. There we go.
Good boy.